Take two then. Okay, so what we're going to do is put a roof on this, build up our second floor, maybe finish some porch items. I'll add some stairs and a door. And let's do it. So time's a wasted. Same way I made this porch here, guys. I just came over here on the foundation and clicked on that edge. And actually, you could drop that all the way down, but I just came down a certain distance like that. Basically just making this pickable rectangle. What do I mean pickable? Now, if I go to the pick tool, I can pick it. And if I can pick it, I can extrude it. And I hold control, that's key here, guys. And then you'll get this foundational slab here that'll pull out. And how I did my stairs over here, I was just, actually I'll probably just do this again real quick to try and show you. Something like that. Now, I extrude this down. I type in 8 inches, and why is because the riser for a step should be 8 inches, about that. Could be 7 to 9, but 8 is pretty standard. See how that works? All right, so what I can do, the trick here is I can use the move tool and actually move this line, right? But I hit control so it knows to make a copy, and then I pull it out, and it should be 1 feet or 12 inches. That's the tread part of a stair. The tread is the board that your foot stands on. The riser is the up part right here. So I made sure that's 8 and then that's 12, right? So now I can go drop this down 8 inches again. I'm going to do it again to finish this up. Hit control. Inches. Shoot it down 8 inches. One more. I'm going to do one more. Move it. Control 12 inches. Shoot down 8 inches. All right, good. What I'm gonna do is I've always wanted to have some kind of like little attached or semi-attached garage up here. So you can see what I'm probably gonna do is figure out how to bury it deep into the ground. So it'll be mostly underground, and maybe I'll attach it with a little porch or walkway. And I will probably want to make that match my wraparound porch here. So why don't I go ahead and see if I can start that up by pulling this out. Cool. Okay. All right, roof. Again, I'm going to highlight this one because some of you aren't at this point yet. So let's talk about how to make this. And in doing so, if you want this to come out correctly, say for example, in this case, you have to understand that that ridge board or that ridge line that defines that whole top edge of my roof, that needs to be right in the center, or should be right in the center between these two walls. So this door I have isn't necessarily right in the middle. In fact, I think I just randomly created that. So that's something I just need to be very careful of and aware. And so and since I know that, before I go and some of you guys are in my same situation, you don't have perfect walls by any means. So you may want to do something like this. What I'm going to do is come to this point. See how it's attaching? You can barely see it, guys, but there's a little red leader line there. I can see that's going, projecting that out in exactly the right axes. Another way to do this would be to maybe, and then watch this. I'll hover over that, and it's going to make a leader attached to it to make sure it ends at that end of the wall too. And then I'll drop my line right there. This is really only a construction line for me, guys. So the model is kind of trying to catch up here. So we'll give it a second. There it is. I'll hit escape. That's good enough for me. Now watch. This is the only reason I did that construction line, which I'll probably go and delete later, is because I want to go from the midpoint of this line. And see, a SketchUp will click to any midpoint. That's a midpoint of that line, which I think of as basically the half point of my house. And then I want this line to go to a blue axis, which means it'll be perfectly vertical. There it is. And I'm just going to type in 10 feet. Enter. Actually, I'm sorry. I kind of did that wrong. That's okay. I'll do it again. I wanted that to come over here for my roof line, but now that I'm thinking about it, it won't. For some of you, it will matter. So why don't we do it so you can see it? So see that red axis, and then I click down there. It's really off of this line here that I want that line to come straight up and be 10 feet. There we go. I might not use that other one, okay? Now that you've got that, you can go here and finish that line and see how it actually automatically put that face in over here. That's funny. All right, so watch this. Now, I really want my ridge to go the whole way to the end of my porch. So I'm going to play around with that and see if I can get this. If I go click to this line, I'm wondering if I can get it to recognize. There it is. Very tricky. There, but I got it. I actually don't want that in there. I'm going to delete that. I don't need that in there either. There we go. You'll see where I'm doing here in a second, hopefully. If you get stuck on this, just shout out to me for help. And I'm going to actually have this come all the way back to my back porch. How about that? So if I can pull this off, you're going to be like, Mr. Field, you got all the sweet tricks. And I don't have all of them, but I do have a few. Watch this. This smart technology is kind of hard to see that. Now I know that that line come right to that edge, back edge of my porch. Now watch this. I'm going to show off on this one. If I can pull this off, can I come to this line and do the same dang thing? Yeah. I think, no, that's not it. It's I'm struggling with that. I really want that line but it's just too hard to pick over here. There's too much going on. So that's okay. I'm going to end right there. Because really, it's probably wise that I go in and extend these out first. So let me see if I can do that. Bam. Hit escape. And try it again. I'm going to actually go in just to make sure I don't accidentally do something I regret. It's frozen. I'm sorry, guys. Just give it a second. All right. Keep going. Try and go a little slower so I don't freak out. I think I have a tendency to move too fast sometimes. Too much coffee. There it is. Now I've got stuff that I can connect on the front end there. Now the back end. Same business. I'm going to try the same thing. Oops, hit escape. Go from that point again. There we go. Now, lastly, I need to actually go from that point. I'll probably have to tilt this up so I won't reference that background. There it is. So I may have done it, and so I'm happy. There we go. And as a final touche, nope. It won't let me delete that, but that's okay. I don't think that's going to bother me once I put my roof on here, guys. Meaning if I go to my materials, library, and I'll put the shingling on and see what it looks like. So again, I'll go to the magnifying glass and go to roofing. There we go, and let's try it out. You can still see that line a little bit, and I can probably go fix that if I have time later on. But I try not to get too persnickety about it because I can work with this and I can start to finish off my porch features here. And put some of my timbers in. So that's probably going to be my next step. So I will stop the video. And then dormers. Yeah, let's put in dormers. And so next video, what I'll do, I'll start to put in dormers and build the porch elements.